Xavier said he was expecting.
Just remember Thomas Richardson in his debut when he was a 16-year-old kid fighting in the Hard Knocks Fighting Championship in Saskatchewan, and how much he's changed and grown into a man.
Yeah, Thomas Richardson was a much smaller fighter when we first saw him here in Hard Knocks, and it's been a while since we've seen him here in the Hard Knocks Fighting Championship. The flight from Winnipeg to Calgary, not an easy one. Already a bit of a goose egg growing on the side of Richardson's face, though, Jeremy. Xavier sneaking a shot through. And a nice uppercut there.
Xavier landing some really nice uppercuts, using the kicks to force Thomas Richardson to try and come in to take away that effectiveness, because Leo Xavier kicks extremely hard, now trying for a more judo-style throw, unable to get it, and Thomas Richardson pushing him up against the cage again.
Knees to the legs and exchange with Xavier. Richardson has him up against the cage. Low blow there, as Richardson will have to back off. Xavier will get 5 minutes or less to recover.
And that always hurts.
Not an intentional low blow, but we cannot go a full card without one here in the Hard Knocks Fighting Championship. Nor really can any MMA event. You normally see at least one. But this one seems to have hurt Xavier badly. He's cried out in pain a couple times here. Now returning to his feet.
Gets up to 5 minutes to be able to recover from that, and depending on where it hit him, if it catches full, here's a replay of the shot. It was a knee by Richardson, and yeah, that landed full.
That's right on target. As Richardson, Xavier now down in the corner, trying to recover here.
When the fighters do wear a cup, and it's not necessarily the strike to the groin that hurts, it's the edges of the cup dig into the soft skin that's underneath there, and it hurts. I would not advise anybody to go out there and test that theory, but just take our word for it that it does not feel good to get kneed in a cup.
And if you were planning on testing that theory, go and get yourself checked by a doctor. I think that's
also recorded on YouTube, and we'll be happy to post that on the Hard Knocks Fighting website. But it looks like Leo Xavier is getting ready to go, and he'll take some time. And you see the official talking to Thomas Richardson saying, hey, that one was an accident, but you need to watch where your knees are going. If it happens again, I'm going to take a point.
So Xavier still exercising his option here in the 5 minutes. And again, you cannot come back too soon from this, because it saps your body's strength. It stops you from going forward and really kind of exhibiting the kind of fight that you want to put on and the fight you need against a high-level opponent.
Well, and we're at the stage right now where people in the crowd who don't understand will start to try and chirp Leo Xavier to get back in there. He does need to take his time to be able to recover fully and just ignore the crowd. And it looks like Leo Xavier is ready, and Thomas Richardson touching gloves, and again, an apology, and they're back at the action.
So back at it here in round number one. Xavier coming out with a flurry here, including a head kick that Richardson blocked, but now he's got Richardson up against the cage.
Richardson doing an excellent job of using the cage as another leg, trying to defend that leg attack, and now he's elevating the attack of Leo Xavier. That's excellent leg defense. You can record that and put it in a clinic. That is how you defend a double leg in mixed martial arts.
Yeah, use the double underhooks to pull the legs, or pull the arms of Leo Xavier away from his legs, trying a head kick on the separation there. Richardson again pacing to the center of the cage. Nice kick to the midsection. Answered with a right straight.
Double unders from Thomas Richardson.
Knee to the midsection just throws Xavier down to the ground. We'll be looking to take advantage of that position, but Xavier right back to his feet.
Thomas Richardson going for the big lift, but Leo Xavier sussed that one out, was able to stop that one before the idea got too much going through the head of Thomas Richardson.
Richardson has Xavier up against the cage. That break also kind of breaks the rhythm of a fighter in the round. Richardson had Xavier up against the cage, was looking for that 5-minute round, and now that 5-minute round interrupted, and so you end up with a 2-minute round and a 3-minute round, potentially 2 more 5-minute rounds, Jeremy.
Well, and Thomas Richardson using this double unders to try and control Leo Xavier just needs to work on finding a way to get Xavier to the ground, because as you hold on to that position, you use a lot of strength in your grip, in your forearms, and they start to burn. Nice little exchanges as they break through and are now back level here, center of the cage, Thomas Richardson and Leo Xavier. Nice kick by Xavier.
Yeah, both fighters exchanging elbows against the cage a minute ago. That kick taking Xavier right down to the ground, popping right back up, though, was just off his knee. And Xavier might be in trouble here, Jeremy. He buckled behind him a moment ago. See how that develops.
Nice knee from Xavier. Another one.
Knee to the chest, answered by an elbow, and another elbow, some uppercuts. The dirty boxing going between these two fighters with 45 seconds left in round 1. Oh, some big punches being landed by both men here.
Now a single leg attempt by Thomas Richardson. Has Xavier's leg off the ground. Xavier, for his own measure, is using the cage to defend and landing some strikes to the side of the head of Thomas Richardson.
Richardson here with 20 seconds to go, trying to finish a single leg attack. Leo Xavier doing a nice job of defending, using the fence to keep him in. Richardson trying to pull it up, short time left now. And there's the end of round number 1. As they touch gloves again, Leo Xavier and Thomas Richardson. Again, neither one of them with a loss in their pro career, and looking to change that for the other man here tonight. Nice front kick.
Nice teeth by Leo Xavier, now landing some big strikes. And this is a great action from Leo Xavier, and he does have some punching power. And Thomas Richardson is feeling the effect of that teep, followed by a nice combination by Leo Xavier. Nice elbow.
Xavier rather doing a good job up against the cage, landing strikes. Now,
to us.
Yeah, walking him over to the other side of the cage is Leo Xavier. Richardson trying to explode off. Nice knee as they separate. Richardson now trying to cut the cage off, a slow head kick. Richardson certainly has slowed down since the first round, Jeremy.
He has slowed down, but more of stalking pace against Leo Xavier. Xavier moving back, and Richardson doing a good job not running in and chasing in and running into a big hand of Leo Xavier. So that's a great knee from Xavier, landed just under the chin.
Now elbows to the side of the head. Richardson dropped and grabbed on for dear life to the leg of Leo Xavier. Survival mode there for Richardson.
Nice takedown now, got those hands locked, but Xavier in on the switch position, so this is not a secure takedown by any means. Now Thomas Richardson doing a good job covering up the feet, and now top position for Richardson, something we didn't see much of in the opening round, is the ground game, so we'll see what both these guys have to offer on the ground.
So Richardson trying to work here on top of Leo Xavier in round number 2 of a possible 5. Richardson not busy yet on top, looking for an opening. And very patient are the boys from Lama. Their jiu-jitsu at a very high level.
Well, again, it's all about being methodical and getting position. So at this moment, Thomas Richardson is trying to find a way to get to side control, and he's making sure that he doesn't make any mistakes and doesn't give anything up to Leo Xavier by slipping out too early, allowing Leo Xavier an opportunity to get off of his back. He got his position down. He wants to take advantage of it now.
So again, in round 2 of 3 possible here at Hard Knocks 50, Thomas Richardson and Leo Xavier going head-to-head.
Good work by Xavier to get back standing. This is a back and forth great fight between these two. Arm throw attempt by Xavier, and he ends up inside control. Great work by Xavier using a technique you rarely see in mixed martial arts, the arm throw.
Well, instead of the arm throw, it ended up just being a spike of Thomas Richardson's face to the canvas, as Xavier didn't get him over, and Richardson just went face first into the ground.
Some top position now for Leo Xavier as he gets an opportunity to work, and that's a good elbow from the bottom by Thomas Richardson right to the top of the dome of Leo Xavier.
Again, both men scrambling here, trying to find a home for their punches. You see now Richardson was thinking about the arm bar. You see that leg kind of cheating out there, Jeremy, looking to maybe try and find a submission attempt from the bottom. And tried the arm bar again, Xavier able to get away from it. And now locking him up, Thomas Richardson doing what he can to control the offense of Leo Xavier. Less than a minute to go now.
Nice elbows from the top from Leo Xavier. Thomas Richardson has been busy, but Leo Xavier has kind of weathered the storm every time that Thomas Richardson tries something. Leo Xavier gets in, he says, hey, let's get standing up.
So Xavier wants to stand this fight up with 30 seconds to go in round number 2.
There's a nice straight from Thomas Richardson.
Yeah, that one got through. Now Xavier tying it right back up. Richardson has him up against the cage. A back and forth fight here through both rounds so far, and Richardson spikes Xavier to the ground.
Opposition here, 10 seconds remaining for Richardson. He does have the back of Leo Xavier. Hooks are in. It'll be a short time, tough test to be able to get a rear naked choke in the time that is remaining.
The coach, Curtis Brigham, saying, look at his face, he's done. Leo Xavier not pleased to hear that from the WAMA coach. And he comes out here showing some nice footwork at the beginning of round number 3. Kick thrown. Doesn't land though. Thomas Richardson now pacing, but taking damage.
Leo Xavier doing an excellent job at using the same footwork for 3 different punches. He uses it for a hook, he uses it for a straight, and the problem that Richardson's having right now is every time Leo Xavier does the same footwork, he doesn't know which punch is coming. This is a nice flurry from Leo Xavier, and Thomas Richardson attempting the takedown just to stop the flurry of punches landing to his face.
Yeah, this has happened a couple times in this fight where Leo Xavier has gotten Thomas Richardson in trouble, and Richardson immediately going for the takedown.
Richardson now pushing Leo Xavier up against the cage. And Leo Xavier has been doing an excellent job of just picking his spots and really exploding through the action, landing a lot of good strikes.
Leo Xavier moving forward, now finding a spot. Richardson looks tired here, Jeremy. Not much in the way of defense there up against the cage.
Good pressure here by Leo Xavier, and you're right, Ryan, it does look like Thomas Richardson is really feeling the effects of the pressure that Leo Xavier has put on, because Leo Xavier in this position off of defending a leg attack, and Thomas Richardson in round 1 easily gets away from this position and they're back standing. But good work by Leo Xavier with just over 3 minutes to go to keep busy in this top position.
On top, short time left as Leo Xavier looks to continue to dominate here in this round. Richardson has looked tired since the beginning of this round, Jeremy, and Leo Xavier's taken advantage.
Well, it was that nice combination right up against the cage where Leo Xavier landed probably 6 or 7 good straights to the face of Thomas Richardson, and ever since then, it has been all Leo Xavier.
Again, just dominating the position battle here in the 3rd round. Oh, a big elbow, followed by another by Leo Xavier. on top of Thomas Richardson. Say what you will about Leo Xavier, Jeremy, very good, very patient fighter and doing an excellent job here in the third round.
And really showing that he does have the cardio, and now you can see the face all busted up of Thomas Richardson, courtesy of a couple of elbows. And again, it's a lot of pressure being put down by Xavier. It's just constant pressure being put down, never letting Thomas Richardson get anything that resembles any sort of offense.
Richardson's feet being slapped off the cage by referee Andy Social. And Richardson in a pile of trouble here in the third and final round. This one's going to be very interesting, Jeremy, if it doesn't get finished in the next 90 seconds, because the first two rounds in my mind were coin flips either way. So we'll see what happens with this third round performance from Leo Xavier.
Well, Leo has dominated this round from beginning to end, so as coin flips go, it would be a very tough decision, barring anything different happening in this round, if Leo Xavier does not win the fight after such a dominant round 3.
Oh, another elbow from Leo Xavier. Richardson just seemingly not able to get out of the grasp of Leo Xavier at this point. Xavier just landing elbow after elbow with now just 50 seconds to go. And it's been all Leo Xavier in the third and final round.
The other thing that you can see there is the head pressure. Every time that Leo Xavier sets up for an attack, it's coming off of the head pressure as he sets his head right in the pocket of Thomas Richardson. So that gives him an opportunity to locate where that elbow is going to land, because if I know my head is here, I know his head is here, I can land that elbow. He doesn't have to look, he can do it all by feel.
Again, it's Xavier on top. Just short time now, 10 seconds to go in the third and final round. And Leo Xavier will hold Thomas Richardson down, and he's looking to finish with short time left. He's got his back. Punches will rain down. That is the end of the fight. We'll go to the judges' scorecards in our co-main event.